next on the National Parts Depot hotline is Mr. Rick Schmidt from NPD. Rick, happy Independence Day.
Yes, same to you.
We're recording much earlier in the month than we normally do, but if you can think about 3 weeks from now, will you celebrate the independence of our country by blowing up a small part of it?
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. What you doing, Terry?
Yes.
I have been responsible for plenty of explosions in my past, but this year, I'm pretty sure we have plans to be at the beach in St. Augustine, Florida, and which we've done before with friends. Everybody kind of rents condos over there and spends the holiday in the ocean and on the beach. But setting fireworks off on the beach, it starts this whole Keystone Cops thing where the police, technically do not allow the fireworks, and they try to enforce it, but there's only so many of them, so it turns into this organized mayhem where in some part of the coastline, somebody throws up a bunch of beautiful mortars, and as you see the police officers with their sirens rushing down there to figure out who was responsible for that, behind them somebody else is loading up mortars and setting them off, as they're speeding away from that.
Yes.
And it just goes back and forth all night.
Oh, Independence Day is one of the best. This will be a unique one. It's the 250th for this country, our country. Do you remember the 200th? You were probably quite young, 1976.
Yeah, I was 9 years old. Actually, 8 years old, because I wouldn't have turned 9 until August. So I was 8 going on 9. I remember it, though. My most vivid memory was, remember they call it the Freedom Train, I think? The Freedom Train was this white with blue and red pinstripes. I'm not a train buff, so I couldn't tell you, what model and type of train, but it was this huge, beautiful train. And they had filled up all of these repurposed cars for the passenger cars for the train with displays. And I think they were carrying around a copy of the Declaration of Independence on the train and everything else. But it did a whole nationwide tour, and it happened to stop in Gainesville. So that was a big field trip where all the school kids for the whole entire county had an opportunity to get in a school bus and go out and see the Freedom Train. That's kind of my biggest memory of the whole thing. And I just remember watching TV, in the evening, that all the networks had their little, 100th anniversary special, when the networks would be in between commercials, you're watching NBC, doom, ding, ding. But every network had a patriotic themed.
Let's go ahead and get to some car reviews here. Some of our listeners' favorite segments of all time. So, Rick, you've got in front of you 3 cars, all that you want to buy less than $25,000 because you like a deal and you like to have fun. Now, you do what you want. You march to the beat of your own drummer. You need something fast. It needs to be unique. And it does need to be cheap. In this case, cheap is relative, less than $25,000. Your goal is to have fun, have little to no maintenance worries, and if the mood strikes you right, sell it. Or don't. But if you choose to sell it, you can't lose money, and you've got to do it by, actually, it should be July 4th, not July 2nd. I put a typo in there. July 4th, 2027, 1 year from today. If you sell it, you can sell it. No more than 1 year. And you can do so, but you can't lose a dime. Which one do you want? What do we have for car number 1? Now, unique, fun, low maintenance.
These were pool cars. I always have. Dad and I have come close to buying one for the collection over these years, but never pulled the trigger, never found one that quite, stood up condition-wise, but it's a 1974 Oldsmobile Cutlass Hurst Olds. And I believe you could get these like in black with gold accents or white with gold accents, and this one's white with gold accents. And I just had my 73 Cutlass Supreme out. That's an unrestored low mile survivor. 2 nights ago, I drove it home and then drove it back in the morning. Mm-hmm. I really like these cars. 70s, mid-70s vintage cars have been so undervalued and unrepresented and in the hobby for so long. But that's been changing, I think, over the last even 10 years. The values have been creeping up on these as people realize that there were some really nice designs and that especially on GM, the chassis engineering, the comfort of the car. They usually have air conditioning and sometimes power windows and some amenities to them. Yet you're these days you're driving around in a 40, 50-year-old car.
Yeah.
This
I saw that there's actually 2. There was one that was a 78, I think, so the next body style up, newer. But this big round one this is a 20-foot car. It is rough. When you get into the photos, you'll see that it is rough.
Yeah, it doesn't have that many miles on it. They're saying that, that it had 37,000 miles. Now it's got 50-some thousand miles on it. It should be nice. That just means that it belonged to the wrong people.
Well, I think at the purchase in 1995, it had 37,358. It currently has 52,796. There's one photo where you're going to see a shot of the upper right corner of the rear window. And that's why I chose this car, really. There's a Z-Bart logo up there.
Yeah.
Was that something that they had down south in Florida? When up here in the Midwest, when you saw Z-Bart on there, you thought, oh, man, I got to get out of jail free card. The car's never going to rust. They always did.
Yeah, right.
But...
Well, for unrestored cars, oh, boy, where's that? Yeah, this car's got issues all over the place. Most collectors of low-mile unrestored survivor cars like me run away from Z-Bart and undercoat and rust-proofed cars like the plague. It is not a value adder. I don't care if it did prevent rust. Mm-hmm. I'm looking for a low-mile unrestored survivor car that wasn't driven in the friggin' winter.
Yeah.
Period. And shouldn't need the Z-Bart because it shouldn't be out in that type of weather. I want the car that was their spring and summer car, and as soon as the snow started dropping, they put it in storage and did it the right way and put a little heater in there and took care of the car. Z-Bart also usually that involves drilling a bunch of holes in door jambs and other places so they could get the wand inside and fill that up with rust preventative. And it sounded like a great idea up north when the cars were new back then, but it just makes collectors today kind of moan and sigh and go, that's going to be a mess to clean up. And
seals in the rust. Yes.
So yeah, this car has a lot of issues to it. It's a rare car. It's a desirable car. Would I lose money on it? I could probably sell it for whatever I paid for it. Somebody else would deal with the issues. It's just like, but are you going to enjoy the car with the issues that I'm seeing here? Or why would I be tempted to start working on it, which would mean I'd be spending money on it, which would mean I would not sell it for...
Yeah, you can't lose money on
for more than what I had in it, because I'd be putting money into it the entire year trying to to deal with what I see decaying here.
This one is listed on Hemmings, and it does have the ability to make an offer. This is not an auction. The asking price is $17,500. You can make an offer. So what we're going to come back to if you choose this car, we'll come back to it and just say what would you make an offer as. But the asking price is $17,500. That doesn't mean that's what you got to pay for. What do we have for the second car? Dang, the auction ended. I thought I would time that better. It didn't. I missed it. Okay, the auction has just ended. What do
Well,
we
at
have
least
here?
now we'll know what it sold for.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a 1988 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. It's a 5-speed. These are great looking cars.
Mm-hmm.
35,000 original miles. These cars have always been fairly desirable. You might not think 16,000 isn't a whole lot of money, but it is for a car like this. Um, but they've always been really desirable. They're just neat, I think, and they're really attractive. They're fun to drive. I dig this car. I can't buy it now because it just sold, but it went for 16 grand.
No,
And
if I
other than the front bumper being drilled for license plate carrier, which I hate, you don't need that in Florida. It looks like a really nice, clean example.
if you go through
I
the
would have probably
photos, like
I might have parted with 16 grand for it, and I think you could enjoy it for a year and probably get every dime out of it. I don't see these cars sinking anytime soon.
like the olds, but without the rust, it is a 20-foot car. The more you look at it, the more you realize it photos great from 10 feet away, but up close, it's full of nicks and picks and tricks, and it's not perfect. It's just complete.
Right.
If you look under the hood, you can see the stuff you see under any hood. You can see that they've blown out, like tree debris. If you park a car under a tree, every day for 6 months, it's just caked full of leaves and needles and things. It's there. It's an honest car. It's got fluid leaks underneath, but it's $16,000 for a Super Coupe. Is it a Super Coupe or is it I think it is a Super Coupe. Do they call this one Super Coupe or is this Turbo?
Turbo Coupe.
Turbo Coupe.
Yeah, because it's turbocharged. The Super Coupe started in 1989, and those were supercharged.
Okay. These are cool. This one is 16. You don't have to pick right now, but you've already said you dig this one. What do we have for the third car? Again, we're trying to stay under $25,000. You got to count anything you put into it, and you got to enjoy it. It's got to be rare.
This is a 1991 Camaro Z28 with the B4C Police Package. Desirable car.
Well, it's an RS car. Should be an RS if I chose right. Just with the police package on it.
It says RS on the rocker, I think, but it says it's a B4C Z28. Did those carry a RS badge on them? Because back then there was no such thing as a Z28 RS like there was, later on with the next generation cars.
I admittedly don't know my third gen police package that well, but for some reason I didn't think it would say Z28 on it. I was more for the police package.
Definitely says RS, but that maybe we both don't know what we're looking at. It also has, a non Z28 flat hood, but that might be how the B4C option package rolls. I think this is a pretty neat car. It's good looking. I'm looking close up at it, and it's got issues too. The aluminum wheels all look like they need to be restored, and now what I don't know is I don't know if what's the mileage on this thing?
67,000.
67,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
These cars are going up and up. They kind of lag behind the Fox body Mustang craze and the 5-liter craze that's been going on, but they're catching up. I'd be willing to roll the dice on this car and say a year from now it's just going to continue growing. And since this is a very rare example of one, it's there, it's complete, and somebody might be. The interior looks very nice on it.
It does.
Somebody might be interested in actually putting the money into restoring, or at least giving a fresh paint job, restoring the wheels, maybe some new weather stripping it probably needs here and there. This might be the car that's, just because of the rarity of it, Now that Hurst Holds is really rare too, but that car needs to be taken apart and put back together again, probably.
So between the three, and these are all, again, this one is right at budget, 25,000. But between the three, this one, the Hurst Holds, and the Turbo Turbo Coupe, which one would you pick?
I think this Z28 has more potential to be someday a much more valuable car than the little Turbo Coupe. And I'm not even touching the Hurst Holds. It's scaring me, and I don't like having to clean up all the Z-Bar.
Okay. By the way, I've been Googling in between. This car is appropriate. It has an RS badge as part of the police package. It is got all the Z28 stuff on it, plus some cop stuff on it. So it's kind of a factory built Frankenstein package.
Yeah. So and I think that works for it.
I do too. So, I like it. I have
it's factory black. It's got a lot going for it.
I don't know if we're in North Carolina or South Carolina recently, but a brand new police Mustang blew by us. And I do like that. I like muscle car police cars. All right, let's go to segment 2. It's the same as segment 1, but the price limit is gone. You don't have to save money. You do have to count what you put into them. And if you feel like it, you can let it go in a year. But that's only if you feel like it. Okay. They got to be rare, though. They got to be rare. So what do we have for car number 1 here? All fun muscle cars.
Okay, car number 1 is a Galen Gouvier certified 1966 Plymouth Belvedere II 426 Hemi.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. What are they asking? $100,000.
Yeah, so not a Cuda, not a Charger, a Belvedere. Cool car. And, now that I know what I know about Mopars, I know that under the sexy sheet metal of a Charger is the exact same thing as this.
426 Hemi with dual 4s. It's a 4-speed car.
Bench seat.
The certification means a lot. Restored in the late 90s using mostly NOS parts. I like these cars. I think the first Hemi Mopar I ever saw when I was a kid there was a tiny little car show that they did at our local county fair. And it was one of these Belvedere 2s the car looked just like this one.
Oh, yeah?
Could be the same car. Who knows? But I really thought it was a neat car, and it's a good-looking car. I like this car. I think these should, for what people pay for Hemi Cudas and Chargers and Roadrunners and things like that, I think these get a little bit overlooked or undervalued. But that could just be me.
I think you're right. A numbers matching Hemi car, period, is hard to find. And here's one for $100,000.
Yeah, I'm liking this car. Buy quality and you always make money.
There you go. Kirk, mark the tape. That was a good one.
Yeah.
You
can't go wrong if you're buying quality. If you're buying junk, then you're out on your own.
Okay, is this rare to you? You don't see a lot of this.
It's rare.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with the next one. I don't think you have one of these, but if you do, I'm all ears.
I don't. I missed out. I should have bought one 30 years ago that I drug my feet going to look at it, and by the time I went to look at it, the guy had sold it. Why he didn't call me up and say, don't bother coming? I guess he just wanted to torture me because it was beautiful. It was that burnt orange metallic. It was a 68, if I remember right. 394 speed.
Well, what do you got? What do we have here?
This is a red. It says it's an original paint Survivor 69 AMX 390 Go-Pack 4-speed. And if that's original paint, that would be pretty exceptional. It's showing 55,500 miles on it. They're only asking 55,000. Doesn't that seems kind of reasonable?
So where it gets a little interesting is it says it's an original paint, original interior, but a comprehensive chassis restoration and engine refresh were done. So if you look under the car, and then that's where all the pretty pictures are, and under the hood, that's been restored effectively. But it says that the body and interior are untouched.
Okay. Well, I mean, I see a crack in the steering wheel. The interior looks nice, but for a 50-some thousand mile car, the interior, it just depends on who owned it. You know, it's the way people treat their cars. The interior can be absolutely trashed, or the interior could look like brand new. If my dad owned this car and put 55,000 miles on it, the interior would look like brand new, because I swear him and Sally float in and out of their cars. They don't sit down, they float down. And I understand people restoring engine compartments and undercarriages when they just don't, some people will just, if the car wasn't stored all that well as far as that goes, they just can't leave it alone, and they can't leave it that way. So I understand why people would do that.
How does this one compare to you from a perspective versus the Belvedere?
I think I'm still kind of leaning towards the Belvedere. It doesn't show me any real close-up pictures of the paint, but I'm just, if that's original paint, I don't know. I'm wondering if I walked around this and I wouldn't find this blown in and that blown in. I don't see this single sign of any rash behind the rear tire, or just driving the car in the rain, you'd get a little bit of, I don't know.
Rick's spidey senses are up.
I'm still liking the Mopar, I think. I'll spend more money and be more comfortable.
Okay. Let's look at car number 3. Now we've looked at Cobras before. I like this one a lot. When you read through it, you'll see why.
Oh, this is gorgeous. It's a recreation, a continuation Cobra 289 type, 50th anniversary, 354 powered. It's 131,000. It's probably going to be more expensive than that. They only produce 50 of them by Shelby American.
So it really is. Does that, even though it's not a 60s era car, I mean, it is a Shelby car built by Shelby. Does that add anything
the owner
to
spec, and he wanted a 354 stroker in it. So car's got to be plenty quick. Black with red interior. That's dynamite looking.
For those not watching right now, I mean, it looks like a 289 car. It's not a wide body
289 with Webers.
Yeah, it's slab side keeps coming to mind.
I love it. I love it.
Super cool.
On a just want it measure, and it's not a true classic Cobra, but if it was, it'd be over $1 million. This pushes all of my buttons. I've always kind of, I would never ever be one to part with the kind of money it takes to own a genuine one. But I always figured that if I didn't have a genuine, whether it's a replica or one of the continuation cars, I think I've said it on here before, I don't understand, and I don't have any appeal with the kit cars and the replicas that are done up with big wheels and modern colors and crazy colored stripes and enormous, not original size. All that does is scream kit car to me. It doesn't make me go, wow, that's an amazing Cobra. It makes me go, kit car. It's kind of like the same feeling you have when you when you think you're looking at a 308 Ferrari and then you discover it's a Fiera.
Usually you figure it out pretty quick, but
and you figured it out pretty quick because it was painted purple with yellow pinstripes. This car really looks, you'd be driving down the road and it looks like absolutely right off the showroom new, real 289 Cobra. I love the presentation, the colors, the engine compartment, the Webers. I'm in love with this car. I'm taking this.
This one's your pick for
Yep.
the
And it's such a quality build. It's got pedigree because it's one of the continuation cars. It's not going to go down in value. I'm not going to lose money on it. I think I'll have a lot more fun with this car than I would with the Belvedere.
Okay. Your pick is the answer, and for what it's worth, it says it has 144 miles on it.
Yeah. I'm spending the most money on the car that has the biggest appeal.
There we go. Well, Rick, I hope that you have a happy and actually, I think, Rick, if I'm looking into the future calendar here, tomorrow is Independence Day. So tomorrow, happy Independence Day.
Same to you. Same to you. I'm going to be hopefully enjoying good sunny weather and spending it with some old high school friends.
Sounds good. Maybe have a cold beer. Maybe.
Oh, I can guarantee that.
All right. Catch you later.